at one of our models. That looks like the gateway to heaven, doesn't it? Here in beautiful Glenview, this is Capital Home Sales Sunset location. And just a few minutes ago, I grabbed one of our resident homeowners almost off the street. And a gentleman named Mike. And Mike, you've been here for how long?
About 2.5 years.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about how you came across our property.
Well, it was my connection at church, which is close by, and just getting familiar with this location.
Okay, and you're in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
From a businessman's perspective, what do you like about being located in this spot?
Well, since my business takes me traveling around the area quite a bit, I like the access to the expressways. Willow Road is a great road to have that connection.
Fantastic. Now you sold a house before you moved here, isn't that right?
That's right.
Okay, and so you've been both familiar with conventional housing and this new systems building technology.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me what your experience is between those two. Kind of contrast that experience.
Well, I grew up in a more older 40s-ish time frame conventional house, and you know, that house was just dated, and it was you know, the floor plan wasn't very helpful, and so it just had a lot of requirements, maintenance, and things that it needed. Whereas, you know, what I was looking for was definitely not a lot of square footage from a single standpoint, but you know, the less maintenance and less kind of overhead, and of course picking up all the updated energy efficiency you can.
Okay, so what I'm kind of hearing you say in part is that this is a greener design and a more energy efficient design.
Absolutely.
So in terms of utility savings, you're seeing that.
Oh, well, absolutely. You know, and you know, it's the kind of thing where, in my case, I like the fact that I'm all electric. I got just one utility that I'm working with.
And ComEd gives you a rate break for that, don't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Now, for those people that are not familiar with systems building, in a sentence or two, would you say that this is as good as conventional construction?
Well, it's the whole package, and it really is from a living standpoint and an environmental and what you're using the home for. It is absolutely.
Okay. Now we were talking previously before we started filming about things like insurance and taxes. Give me a quick rundown of what the tax and insurance situation is.
Well, the good news is that in a community like this, you're not paying any taxes.
Say what? One more time?
You're not paying any taxes. You're not having to.
No real estate taxes.
That's right. No burden of having to own the real estate. So that from that standpoint, that's not an issue.
Okay. Now, when you bought here, you actually spent quite a bit of time shopping prior to. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I had I was just unfamiliar with the market, so I had to really check into condos, townhomes, and newer conventional houses. I just had to get a sense of what things were from both a price and an options standpoint.
Okay. Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but to the south of us, there's condos that start about $375 and go up. Townhomes to the north of us start about $750 and up. Is that?
Yeah, I would say even in my words, just the range is that things are 300,000 and up.
Okay.
Across the board, and certainly even in my own hometown of Morton Grove, I was shocked that wasn't that long ago that a brand new home was darn near $1 million.
Okay.
And so again, the sticker price, no matter anywhere on the North Shore, has gone up quite a bit.
Now, by contrast, you bought 2.5 years ago. Your house is how many years old?
It is 5 years old. Well, it'll be 5 in the end of this year, so it's 4.5 years old. And
what'd you pay?
Under 100.
Okay, and for how many square feet?
For 1,300.
So 1,300 square feet. Give me a quick feel for your home.
It's a ranch-style vaulted ceiling and open floor plan in the living room, dining room, kitchen area, center part of the home, and then the master suite is off on one side, and then the other 2 bedrooms and bath are on the other side of the house.
Fantastic. So plenty of room for a single guy.
Absolutely. I run my business out of my home, so.
Okay. Okay. So you got a home office.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. In terms of the neighborhood, is it you're seeing the redevelopment, right?
That's right. When I got here, this community was about 50% redeveloped, and right now we're at, from what I understand, about 75%. So about 25% process in the time, just the whole time I've been here.
So in about two years' time or so, you saw a lot of progress.
Right, right.
Now, you know, anytime you got redevelopment, you're going to have certain bumps and bruises. Overall, how do you think the company's doing in terms of managing the redevelopment?
It's progressing, especially with the environment and times that we're in. It's challenging, but they're always making steps forward.
Well, that's kind of exciting. I think the first time I met you, if I remember right, I was at one of the Christmas parties, and as a resident, you were volunteering. Tell me a little bit about volunteering for activities and things like that.
Well, this is you're more you have more opportunity to be a stronger sense of community here because of your of the area, and it really does take participation to help the community be a better community.
Okay. Now, we've got a clubhouse on the property. There's tennis and basketball and a playground back in the back, off the back, walking trails. Do you think those kinds of things, having a clubhouse where you have activities, does it help build community?
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know, there's just been great participation and certainly attendance at all the things that we've had on here.
I know that during the time I was at the party, I saw at least 100 people. You were there for the whole thing. How long? How many do you think?
Not that good at numbers either, but certainly you know, around 200 something. I would have guessed.
Okay, fantastic. So good turnout.
Yeah.
Now, when you bought your home, the company offers financing, and we have rent to own. But as I understand it, you actually went to your own bank.
Well, it was actually a bank that I knew from my my connection, or I should say my relationship with the salesperson, that this bank actually has familiarity with system-built homes, and they can quickly then you know, plug you in. So from that standpoint, it's just a matter of knowing your lender and having good credit.
So you obviously had no problem getting financed then, and,
right.
and didn't need the company financing in your case.
Exactly, right.
Okay,
right, yeah.
fantastic. You know, as we're talking about the different things, you mentioned townhouses and condos. Do you like the sense of privacy here?
Yeah, I didn't realize it when I was looking as much because I really hadn't had any personal experience in connected living, you know. And
Other than friends, maybe.
Right. and so for that standpoint, I didn't have anything about being in a townhome or condo kind of thing was my cup of tea or not my cup of tea. So, but as I've been living here, I think I am more of like a standalone home.
Single-family housing.
Exactly.
You're liking the enhanced privacy.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things you mentioned before we started filming was you also like the fact that you didn't have a whole lot of upkeep to your lawn. Tell me a little bit about that.
Right. One of the things is that I mean, there's a variety of lot sizes to choose from, and for me, I didn't want too big of a lot because I didn't want a lot of maintenance, and the front part of the home is cared for by the community, and so for me, I didn't want too big of an area beyond that I'd have to care for. So okay. I'm in about 15 minutes. You know, whatever period of time you want to look at it, not much.
It doesn't take a lot. Okay.
Right.
And unlike a condo or an apartment or something like that, you've got assigned parking right outside your door, off street. Okay. Well, Mike, we're getting near the 10-minute mark. You know, one thing that I think is maybe important for people to really kind of understand is a drive-through here maybe isn't enough. I think people have to actually cross the threshold and step inside and really kind of touch and feel a home for themselves. What's your take on that?
Absolutely. The way things are built today and what you're going to experience is an inside job, as you know, to the greatest degree. You're going to get some glimpses on the outside, but you really do got to, you know, go to every room and see the layouts and see the space and how it...
See the space, see the quality, you know, look at the thermopane windows, experience the energy efficiency.
Right.
Okay. Mike, I really want to thank you for your time, and I guess one closing question I'd have for you, how much did I pay you for this interview?
Absolutely nothing.
Did I offer you a cup of water before we started?
You did. We didn't have time for it.
Okay. Mike, thank you so much, and for all those listening, I hope that you just listen to what Mike had to say and come on down and check out the Capital First Home experience for yourselves. Tony Kovacs for Capital First saying thank you.